So here's the thing. I've worked hard my whole life to get some level of success, and I want to relax, I want to chill, I want to get exactly what's in my vibrational escrow.
Does it bother you that you've worked your whole life and have allowed but a minuscule part of what's in your escrow to come to you?
Yes.
Is this the point of this question? In other words, because whenever anyone says, I've worked hard my whole life, we want to say, that story gets you nowhere. That story holds you outside of the vortex. That's a defending, justifying story that is all balled up within you, that's a far vibrational cry from the feeling of abundance and well-being that you've got to foster before you get in the vortex.
I agree. Putting it into practice is another kettle of fish. So, I just want to know, I have a feeling I know what my path is, but...
What is it? We'll tell you what your path is, succeeding on all levels, on all subjects that are important to you as you move through life. How about that for a path? Your path is getting everything you want, when you want it, no questions asked, because you've got the resources that create worlds at your fingertips. That's your path. Where are you in the vibrational vicinity of that? Do you know that? Do you want to say yes, or do you want to say, well, yeah.
I want to say yes.
Yes, but, well, we can't ask you to say yes when you haven't been saying yes for a while. We're just toying with you like a cat and mouse right now.
Yeah,
in other
that's
words,
how it feels. Yeah.
we're just sort of, it's what it feels like.
Pretty much.
We just want you to help us to demonstrate the vibrational variance between where you're hanging around and what's in your escrow. Do you know that when someone says to us, I have been experiencing, good for you? I've been experiencing a lot of struggle. We want you to say, I've been experiencing a lot of struggle, and that's such a good thing, because every bit of that struggle has queued up precise desires for me. So you can say that, and we can feel you know that. Now we want you to say, and the larger part of me has become the equivalent of those desires. The larger part of me feels that security and knows that worthiness and expects those positive outcomes and is living them. So we think you can even say that. We think you know enough about the laws of the universe. We think you follow this vibrational relationship between the physical you and the expanded you. So now you say, so how can I, in my human form, hang out in a more consistent way with what's going on over here? And we say, first thing you want to do is frame your stories that you tell from this point, not this point. Now, feel what you just did. You just began your story by making it clear that you're standing over here. Many would say, well, but it's true, I am standing over here. And we say, which part's true? This is the truer part. This is the eternal part. This is the larger part. This is true, this isn't. This is the anomaly. That's why it feels rotten. When you're doing what is true, you feel great. So when you feel secure, when you're in love, you're in tune. That's true. When you feel not enoughness, that's not true. That's a distortion of truth. And you've got to talk yourself into the light of the truth. You've got to talk yourself into the vibrational vantage point. So now you know what to do, and no one in the world expects you to do that on a turning of a dime. But we do. We know that you can, all right, so now you're framing your whole story up differently. You're walking up from the audience. You are so tuned in that you were picked from a room of hundreds of people. And you were drawn to the stage. How good is that? Incredible. How worthy is that? How in sync is that? So here you are. Things are going really well. You are sitting in the vortex of infinite intelligence. We're not kidding you. Everything that you are wanting to understand is available to you here and now. All you got to do is get in the vibrational vicinity of it. You don't have to nail it. Just get in the vibrational vicinity of it. So now, start over again and frame the new details of your story from this vantage point rather than from this one. Talk as if you're standing here, because it's where the larger part of you is. Talk from this point of expectancy, not from that point of experience, this point of expectancy. You like that? Yes, indeed. They're going to like it whether you blow it or not, so just try. What is this vantage point? This vantage point feels worthy and sure and knows, and even though it's not happening right now, knows it will. Speak from that vantage point and give us what you've got.
So I have everything I want in my life for now until I launch another rocket of desire. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if we were standing in your physical shoes, not having seen the manifestation of it, but having heard this.
I see pieces of it. I see it sometimes, glimpses of it, but I want more of it.
Now that's good. I see glimpses of it. So what does that mean? I know it's there. I see glimpses of it, and my glimpses make me suspect that there's a whole lot more. And I'm eager to have more glimpses into more of it, yes? And with every glimpse I see, I feel what?
Amazing, great.
More sure, more worthy, more cared for, more on point,
connected,
more exhilarated. So where I stand right now in terms of manifestation means what?
Nothing.
Nothing. And where I'm going means what?
Everything.
So my vocabulary is going to be turned toward where I'm going. What might some of those details be?
I am, I'm there, I'm enjoying.
But milk it. What's in there? You've been putting it there, you ought to have an idea. What's in there? And if you want to know what's in there, you say, they don't like me at work, they love me at work. If you don't know what's in there, you say, I'm not making as much money as I want. I make so much money. If you want to know what's in there, you say, I haven't been managing my money very well. I'm extremely good at managing my money. What else? What's in there?
You as my advisor. I want you. Come home with me. Stay with me.
And what's that like? What's that like to experience that? Milk it. What's that like?
Everything I want. It's like being a kid on Christmas morning.
But it's so general, we're not feeling it. What's that like? Use it as your excuse to hover in the vicinity of the vibration that will yield everything that's in your vibrational escrow. See, pick just one thing that's easy to cause you to hover there, and hover there. And when you get, so when you stop hovering there, then pick something else that's easy and just hover there. Just use excuse after excuse to train your vibrational patterns into chronic attitudes of success. That's the only difference between those who have all they want and those who have hardly anything. They've trained themselves, and some say, well, it was easy, they were born into it. We say, yeah, some people were trained by getting to observe success, and most were not able to observe what they were living and train themselves to success. Most of you are doing what you came to do, to live the contrast, to give birth to it. You got to use your mind, you got to use your focus, you got to use your ability to focus, you got to use the words, most important, you've got to care about the way you feel, and you've got to talk yourself into alignment with what's in your vortex. What else is there? What else is vibrational reality on its way to manifested reality? What in your vibrational reality, soon to be manifested reality, would you like to use as your current excuse to get yourself in the vortex? Because till you get in there vibrationally, it's like you live in the world without all the stuff you want. You got to get in there. How are you going to get in there? I'm going to talk myself in there. How are you going to do that? I'm going to think about what's in there. When I'm not thinking about what's not in there, I'm going to think about what's in there. Everything's in there. Not enough detail. Lots of good stuff's in there. Still not enough good detail. What's in there? What's in there? You put it there. What's in there?
A yacht, a Porsche.
And what are you going to do with those? Store them? Pay for them?
Drive them around. Sail on them. See the world. Enjoy travel.
Where are you going to go?
Everywhere.
At once? Where are you going to go first? You see, this all feels like such pie in the sky that you're using big words that don't move you at all. You got to get in there and feel it. That's why we say the best way to explore what's in there is when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So every time you know what you don't want, say, don't want that, which means it's equally powerful, and opposite equivalent is in my escrow. Did you hear that? If you really, 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 really feel insecure about money, you've put really, really, really a lot of money over there. If you sort of, oh, there's a lot of money over there, you see. So what you want to do is, and this is really what the essence of this seminar is, we want you to stop facing reality, because reality doesn't mean diddly squat. It was only the bouncing off place for the vibrational reality that you've created. You've got to tell the story of what's in that vortex, and the closer you get to it, the more of it will show itself to you. And you're going to have such fun, because now you know this in a way you have never known it. As you begin to tell little pieces of the story of what's in there, the universe is going to say, see here, see here, see here, and bursts of hope are going to rise up within you. And then see here, and you're going to say, oh man, I just barely started positively talking about that, and already look what happened to me. I now know that my escrow is real. I now know that law of attraction is real. I now know I can count on my guidance. I now know I'm smart enough and wise enough and clever enough to start defining what's in there. I now know I am now doing it, and I now have evidence that supports these laws. I can do this. Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
So did you get that? Can you continue to beat the drum of where you are and have any movement toward what's already lined up for you? Do you believe that there is a vibrational reality that precedes all physical reality? Do you believe it?